see him at the gym all the time.
Yeah.
Good evening. I'd like to call the Tuesday, January 20th, 2015 Oldsmar City Council meeting to order. We're going to have our invocation and our pledge led by our city attorney, Mr. Tom Trask. Please rise.
Heavenly Father, we ask for God's help to give our individual and selective gifts, or collective gifts to our community, to regularly refurbish our intentions, to give of ourselves in ways that make a difference to our families, to our city, to our nation, to keep our wits during a time replete with distractions and political uncertainty, to maintain our focus with determination and with a sense of humor, born of the knowledge that we are all mortal men and women, and to fuel our work with vigor, stamina, and a hearty spirit. For all of this and a few doses of good luck and grace, we give our thanks. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, and once again, welcome. Before we get started, you'll notice that we're missing one council member, and I would like to send my condolences for myself and the city of Oldsmar and the city council to our vice mayor, Linda Norris, whose mother passed away yesterday. Our thoughts and prayers go out to her and her family, and we ask that you keep her in your thoughts and prayers as well. Our first item is our Citizens Open Forum. It allows you to address the city council. We only have a couple of rules. State your name and address clearly for the record. Keep it to no more than 5 minutes. And if you can speak towards anything on tonight's agenda, but if it's a public hearing or a Snyder hearing, we ask that you hold those comments until such time as I ask for those. I'd like to see anybody on this side of the room that would like to address. I know we've got a couple over there. Becky, want to go ahead?
Becky Afonso, 250 Strathmore Avenue. Good evening, Mayor, Council. I would like to let you all know that there is a proclamation circulating in Tallahassee for the governor to sign that will state March as Florida Bicycle Month. Really, it's not motorcycles, it's bicycles. Nationally, it's done in May, but we're in Florida, we do things differently, and the weather's a little bit better in March than May. That said, notoriously the third week is isolated for special events like Bike to Work Week, Bike to Work Day. And I'd like the council and the mayor to consider to come out to the Oldsmar Trail on Saturday, March 21st, to bike the trail with me. Put that save the date on your calendar. And if there's any questions, you know how to reach me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Becky.
Anybody else on that side of the room? You can fight over it, I don't care.
Hello, good evening. I'm Brenda Gollin with Oldsmar Cares. My address is 2030 Montego Court, Oldsmar. We're here tonight, Scott and I, to talk about the Oldsmar Cares Gala coming up in less than 3 weeks. Our mayor is going to be our master of ceremonies again. So we have wine, we have food, live and silent auction. Some great sponsors have joined us this year. We've got some people that are back. The restaurants are going to be fabulous. We have a photo booth again.
Nice.
This year. And I think that's about it. Oh, tickets. Tickets.
We have general admission tickets, which is seating in an audience area for $40. And then the big push this year is to make everything table seats. So we have pairs of table seats for $120. We're really doing a kind of a redesign of everything to allow more seating, not a lot of standing. And I also want to mention the restaurants because, you know, I'm a guy, so I like food. Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty excited about it. We have Amici's, Tijuana Flats, Cracker Barrel, Green Market Cafe, Rumba's, Salt Rock, Cuban Breezes, Applebee's, Famous Pizza, and Brass Tap. So they're really awesome.
So tickets are on sale on our website, oldsmarcares.org, and then there's a tab for the gala.
And it typically sells out pretty as we get closer, so if people are thinking about it.
We're probably a week and a half away from selling out.
Yeah.
So.
It's a great event for those that are not familiar with it or watching on TV, it is a great event, first-class event at Nielsen Media, and goes to a great cause. So definitely get out and get there. Get your
I'm going to
ticket.
leave some postcards out on the table.
Sure.
If anybody wants to.
And I have tickets on me in case anybody wants to buy them.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Anybody else on that side of the room? Anybody on this side of the room like to address the council? Yep.
My name's Nicole McBride, 602 Clarendon Street, Oldsmar. I wasn't able to make the meeting last month, and I was appointed the alternative board member for the planning board. So I just wanted to introduce myself and give you the opportunity to ask me any questions because I did miss the last meeting.
Well, thank you for coming. And does anybody have any questions? What was our action on that? Did we postpone it or?
No, I thought we went ahead.
We hadn't.
and gave-
Yeah,
I
you
think
went
we did
ahead
go
and
ahead
appointed
yeah.
me, so yes,
Yeah.
thank you for the
Yep, thank you.
opportunity.
Well, and thank you for coming. It's something that we try and do, especially as we get new council members or maybe new board members, so that we can put a face together. And
Perfect.
thank you for doing what you do. for
You're
the city.
welcome, thank you.
Nicole.
Anybody else in the room that would like to address the council? Seeing no one, we'll close the citizens' open forum. The mayor's minutes, short and brief. Again, keep Linda Norris and her family in your thoughts and prayers as she goes through this tough time. We recently also had our council's candidate forum for seat 1, and also three of the members were there, and also Dan Saraki and Gaby McGee, who were reappointed to their seats, were there, or Dan newly appointed to his seats. That program shows on Oldsmar TV at 3 p.m. and is available online via our YouTube channel, plus the 2015 elections page. They've already addressed the Oldsmar Gala, mobile recycling program, Bring Your Unwanted Chemicals and Electronics to Eastlake High School, Saturday, January 31st, 9 to 2 p.m. I understand that those dates may be being adjusted, and we'll let you know about that. But if you have old paint like I do, that's a great place to drop it off. I also want to just let you know I'm excited. We do a We Mean Business, and I don't always talk about it till after the fact, but we're doing a We Mean Business this Friday where myself and the city manager and members of the Chamber of Commerce go to 3 different businesses, and we're excited. This week we are going to Oldsmar Elementary, Forest Lakes Elementary, and Oldsmar Christian School to talk to them and reach out to them and see how we can better communicate with them and be better partners in the community, and how we can help them or they can help us, and really get to know them and their needs. So I'm excited about that. That wraps that part up. Our next item is the consent docket. We have 7 items.
Mayor, did you say it's on Facebook or our Facebook?
YouTube.
YouTube, okay, thank you.
Our first item is a consent docket, 7 items. Approved minutes of the October 21st, 2014 City Council meeting. Approved the minutes of the November 4th, 2014 City Council meeting. Approved payment to legal counsel. Approved purchase of sodium hydrocarbonate from Tampa Bay Water contract. Award bid of sidewalk and curb repair. Approved contract with Jones Edmunds and Associates Incorporated for engineering services and transportation and stormwater projects. They are here tonight if we have any questions of them. The next item is waive bidding requirement and approved purchase of audio-visual equipment for the fire station. Does anybody wish to pull anything? If not, I need a motion.
So moved.
Second?
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Yes.
Aye. Passes 4-0. Thank you. Next is the City of Oldsmar, the presentation of the Homer Brunson-Ward Schrecengost Award, and I will be doing that. We have a little video to tell you about it.
The Homer Brunson-Ward Schrecengost Award was instituted in 1991, and what it was for, it was for one of our workers here in the city that was chosen by their peers to win the Ward Schrecengost Homer Brunson Award. And what the award is, it serves 2 purposes. One, to recognize an outstanding worker here that works for the city of Oldsmar. And the other, what it serves is that Ward Schrecengost and Homer Brunson were both council members here in the city of Oldsmar. Ward Schrecengost served as mayor for 16 years. His last year on the council serving was 1970. I had the privilege of serving with him on his last year. And Homer Brunson served 11 years as a council member and 1 year as a mayor. And this serves 2 purposes: to honor Ward Schrecengost and Homer Brunson, and to honor one of the incredible workers we have in the city of Oldsmar.
And at this time, I'd like to ask Ray Dixon to come up and his family. And who do you bring with you tonight?
My wife, Brenda.
Hi, Brenda. How are you? Very nice to meet you. All right, thank you for coming. This is a great award, and as the video indicated, it's something that is done by the employees. It's not done by the city council. It's done by the employees, and they recommend you, and then voting goes on with the employees, and they pick somebody, and we're honored to have you. Let me tell you a little bit about what was said about Ray. The primary job for Ray Dixon is heavy equipment operator, whose primary duties is to ensure that all the city's stormwater system is mowed throughout the year. Ray also assists with many duties as needed, from driving dump trucks, weed eating, hand digging, clean pipe yard, etc. One collateral duty that has been assigned to Ray is overseeing the city's annual resurfacing program since fiscal year 2006 and 7. Under the guidance of Tim Jacobson, Ray is the city's main field inspector to ensure the contractor that is completing the work. 1, he maintains a safe working environment. 2, keeps residents informed on the scheduling and traffic impacts. 3, that completes the work as the city has agreed. 4, collects hauling tickets to ensure that the city is not overcharged. 5, ensures any damage to the city or private property is documented and restored. 6, reject any material that is unsuitable. 7, ensure contractor stops the workday on time or short if weather is not desirable. This tasking is usually assigned to personnel that have experienced background in asphalt maintenance and construction. However, Ray's initiative and dedication to the tasking has resulted in the city's receiving a quality job at a fair price. Since Ray has overseen the field operations for the city's resurfacing program since fiscal year 2005-06, the following has been accomplished. Road miles resurfaced, 44.1, which is nearly 91% of all the city roadways. The CRA street resurfacing spent $230,000. Neighborhood street resurfacing spent $1.276 million. Collector street resurfacing spent $457,000. Fiscal totals of all contracts Ray has overseen in the field, $1.73 million. Most recently completed the resurfacing of Bayside Boulevard and St. Petersburg Drive. This is a collateral duty and has its challenges as it involves standing for many hours overseeing the delivery and installation of asphalt that is delivered at nearly 300 degrees Fahrenheit on days where the outside temperature may already exceed 95 degrees. Without Ray's dedication to service, willingness to accept tasking that is above and beyond his position, and expertise, in addition to his eagerness to learn, the city's resurfacing program would not have resulted in a quality product at a fair and agreed upon price. So we would like to give you, Ray Dixon, the Homer Brunson-Ward Schrecengost Governmental Award presented to Ray Dixon for his outstanding service, dedication, and leadership to the City of Oldsmar, 2014 fourth quarter. Congratulations. It comes along with a check. That didn't take long. The unfortunate part is you get a day off, but since this is from the fourth quarter of 2014, that your vacation day was in 2014. But congratulations. Would you like to say anything?
Thank you very much.
How about you? What are you going to do with that money?
We're going to Disney World.
That day off.
Our next item is the presentation of the Council Manager Award, and that will be done by Councilmember McGee.
Nick, if you want to come up here and join me. So I'm honored to give the Council Manager Award to Nick Pappas, dated January 2015. going to read a little biography here, and I'm going to try to do it a little slower than as fast as Doug talks. I always feel like you're at an auction. Nick Pappas is a local entrepreneur who is the owner and president of Meetup Restaurant Group, which currently included Flamestone American Grill and Besa Grill. He owns multiple commercial properties throughout the state of Florida, including 2 of them here locally in Oldsmar. He received his master's in business administration from the University of Miami with a specialization in management. The Tampa Bay Business Journal voted him as one of Tampa's top 30 businessmen under 30 years old in 2004, and was also voted by Tampa Bay Illustrated as one of Tampa's top 10 businessmen in 2006. Nick also sits on the board of directors of Heritage Insurance, which is a publicly traded company on the New York Stock Exchange, and also as president of the board of the Oldsmar Town Center, a property management group located here in Oldsmar. Nick is involved in many charitable organizations and has been chosen twice to the exclusive Circle of Honor by the Abilities Foundation. He also sat on the board of Crime Stoppers of Pinellas County and on the board of the American Foundation of Greek Language and Culture. Nick has been married to his wife, Adriana Pappas, for 5 years and is looking forward to starting a family. And I also personally, when my neighbor and dear friend's husband passed away, we reached out to Nick and Flamestone to host the reception there. And you know, Nick did a great job helping us do that for Joyce Winfield. And everyone was so impressed by the quality of the food and the service, and they were raving about it after, so much so that unfortunately someone else that Joyce knew not long after her husband passed away, and the woman sent Joyce a note saying she wanted to do the reception there as well. So thank you so much on a personal note for that. Nick is a great member of this community. He's a great business partner to the city, and he's also a great friend. So I'm honored to give you that award. Thank you so much.
I don't have much to say. Just thank you very much. It's a great honor. It's unexpected, not needed, but it's greatly appreciated. And I love Oldsmar. Love being here. Love having our businesses here, and look forward to the future.
We like having you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nick, I have a question whenever y'all finish that mug shot. Is American Heritage?
Heritage Insurance Company,
Is that the same company that Claude Kirk was chairman of?
doesn't ring a bell. It just recently went public.
Oh, did? Because when I was with Winn-Dixie, we had Heritage.
Really? Must have, yeah. Might have been a little different earlier. Not now. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations. And for those that don't know, he is responsible for the mess at the corner of Forest Lakes and Tampa Road that will soon be a Thornton's gas station. I think I've talked to a lot of people. They were kind of shocked that a building appeared behind the building that got torn down, and it looks almost done. I think it shocked a lot of people, but we look forward to another great business in Oldsmar. So our next item is consider the reappointment of Eric Seidel to the Firefighter Pension Board. I saw Eric. You want to come up and do a little two-step or anything?
Hi, my name is Eric Seidel. I live at 114 Shore Drive Place in beautiful Oldsmar.
Awesome. This is a reappointment to the Firefighter Pension Board. Does anybody have any questions of Eric? If not, I need a motion.
Congratulations.
Need a second? Second. Motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Passes 4-0.
Thanks, Eric.
I'm surprised Jerry had nothing to ask me. Just to give me
You haven't sat down yet, so
That's true.
I can tell him to show up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Eric.
And happy birthday to your daughter. I know you're here and they're celebrating, so happy birthday, Haley. She's grown up.
And you can leave at any time now. Her birthday is more important than this.
She doesn't know yet, so. City Attorney, anything?
Well, we have the presentation of the.
Oh, I'm sorry, presentation of the Employee Service Award. I'm sorry, Renee.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm very pleased this evening to present a 15-year service award to Renee Neiman. Renee?
A beautiful daughter out there. Come up here. We've had the pleasure of watching her beautiful daughter grow up from infancy to what she is right now.
So we're glad that y'all came tonight too to help celebrate. I bet you're working, aren't you?
Yes.
I knew that. Plus, those other 3 guys came with you. Well, the chief's here also. So this service award is in recognition for 15 years of service to the city of Oldsmar, presented to Renee Neiman, 1999 to 2014. And although it's 2015 now, your actual anniversary was sometime in the fall. I don't remember when was it?
October.
Okay, I knew it was, so that's why. And we had some scheduling conflicts, so we didn't have an opportunity to present the award until tonight. But we did work it out to where you already got the check. So that part worked out a little better. And you want to introduce?
This is my daughter Morgan and my husband Dan.
Glad y'all came as well. And Councilman Beaverland made some comments, about Morgan, and I'm glad that she could come. And I had one question for you, Morgan. Have you gotten your driver's license yet?
No.
Okay. Well, maybe you're not old enough. I don't know, but probably won't be that far away. So y'all are looking forward to that, right, Dan? Cheers, yeah. Well, Mom and Dad got it covered. They'll be looking out for you as always, I'm sure. Currently, Renee is a lieutenant in fire rescue, and prior to that, you served as a firefighter, paramedic for a number of years. Of course, we know that this is your 15th anniversary that we're recognizing tonight. Gives us an opportunity to say thank you, to let you know that we appreciate the work that you've done over those 15 years and continue to do. And I know everyone in fire rescue, as other employees, have some extra jobs, and one of the things that Renee has done for a number of years, she also serves as chair of the Firefighters Pension Board. How long have you been doing that?
I think 14 years.
Wow.
I knew it was a while, yeah. Anyway, we're happy that we can recognize you this evening and offer our congratulations on your 15th anniversary.
Thank you.
Anything you want to?
I just appreciate the opportunity of the people that I get to work with, not only in the department, but in the county. It's been a real pleasure.
It's gone fast, hasn't it?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. I know Deb's going to take our picture. Congratulations.
Congratulations. City Attorney?
I have nothing tonight, thank you.
Thank you. Next is our City Manager.
Thank you, Mayor. Item 12 is approved site plan application for Sherwin Williams. This is a quasi-judicial proceeding, and I'd like to turn it over to the city attorney at this point.
Yes, anyone that's going to speak at this hearing, I need you to stand up, raise your right hand, and be sworn under oath. Anyone that is going to speak tonight. You swear that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Okay, thank you. Did I get a yes out of you too, Marie?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Okay. All right, so now would be the opportunity for staff to make the presentation of the staff report.
Okay, Marie Daphne, Planning and Redevelopment Director. This is the Gumby Lot 2 site plan. It's known as Sherwin Williams site plan. The property is located on the north side of Tampa Road between the Goodwill and GSA properties. The property has a zoning designation of ROR, Residential Office Retail District, and future land use designation of Residential Office Retail. And it's also located within the Tampa Road corridor. The property was previously a car dealership. In 2008, the dealership site, which was approximately 10.56 acres, was replatted through the Gumby process, which resulted in 3 lots: the GSA property, the subject property containing 3.69 acres, and the Goodwill site. Right now we're looking at a slide of the Goodwill site, and you can see there's very little landscaping, the retention pond. The owner of the property sold 1.5 acres to Sherwin Williams to develop the site, and there's a remaining 2.1 acres left available for development. So this is looking north from the site. Oops. Oh, went backwards.
I'm getting dizzy.
Okay, sorry. Looking north, looking northwest, looking northeast, you can see the Goodwill property. This property is also located on Tampa Road, as I said, which is a level of service F from Tampa Road to State Road 580 to Curlew Road. So at Forest Lake Boulevard also to State Road 580 to Tampa Road, and at Forest Lakes Boulevard from Pine Avenue to Racetrack Road. It also has a vehicle capacity ratio of 0.9, so that requires that the applicant, or if it exceeds like the adopted level of service, to provide additional improvements in this area. However, with the Sherwin Williams site, the daily trips are 215 with 20 peak hour. And it's really a de minimis impact, so there is no requirement for the applicant to provide any, additional improvements. This is a slide of the site plan. You can see it fronting on Tampa Road. They're going to construct 4,035 square feet, and it will be a Sherwin Williams paint store. This site has access easements across the property from Commerce. Across the property, they can access it in 2 locations, and also from Tampa Road. The parking, there's 21 parking spaces, and you can see they're highlighted there. They have more than adequate parking, and they provided enhanced landscaping on Tampa Road. There's pedestrian access from the building to Tampa Road, so they can access the sidewalk area. And this is the slide of the architecture. It's unique architecture, barrel tile roofs, etc., and it really complements the Goodwill site. And there's another one of the west facade. Oops. So the site plan complies with the Tampa Road corridor and the land development code requirements. Therefore, staff is recommending approval. No conditions. If there's any questions, I'll try to answer them.
Question, Mayor.
Yeah.
Could you go back? It's kind of deceiving of where they're going to build this thing.
I was just going to ask the same thing of that rectangular piece. It looked almost back to the beginning.
Yeah, you need to explain that this whole thing that we've been seeing.
Okay, and this is the.
That's what they're buying right there.
To the east. There's the red line, right? Mm-hmm.
East of the red line.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's 1.51 acres.
Of the 2.8.
Confusing in the beginning.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But that's fine. That's fine.
Any questions?
You mentioned who chooses this? They mentioned the landscaping. Who chooses the landscaping?
The developer, the applicant.
Okay, then he chose crepe myrtles and magnolias. Okay.
You don't like hold on, sir. Sir, one at a time. Okay.
No, that's fine, but crepe myrtles are ugly during the winter. And magnolias are ugly all the time, but that's okay. No, that's that. I don't have a problem with that. I just wanted to know.
I think it's he's providing enhanced landscaping. It's going to look very nice.
And I think it's a good thing that the fellow that developed that in the beginning had that cross section from Commerce Boulevard all the way to the
Gimgon.
Well, yeah, from Commerce to Gimgon. That was a smart thing. Did the city require that at the time? Can we take credit for that, or is that?
I'm sure we did.
Yeah, we did. But it also there was issues with the developer trying to accommodate the Sherwin Williams site on that because the access easement kind of cut through.
No, that's good. Everything's fine. I'm happy with it.
Any other questions of staff this time? Thank you.
Okay, now is the opportunity for the applicant to make a presentation. Sir, if you'd state your name and your address.
Yep, Steve Tomlin, 3067 Tanglewood Drive in Clearwater. Just wanted to maybe clarify one statement that she'd made, is that Sherwin Williams Actually, DRP Company, my family's business that's here locally, we purchased the lot for Sherwin Williams. We're going to lease that to Sherwin Williams. So it's a local developer that's here. And I was wondering if I could get one of those checks that you guys were handing out earlier. There's something I didn't
Just ran out.
I didn't see an envelope up here.
Not before I do.
Not before this building's built.
No, I just wanted to reiterate with the cuts that she showed on Tampa Road that there are no additional cuts that are going to be made. So no further slowing down of traffic. Everything's going to work off of the cuts that are already existing.
Cuts. Good.
Yeah. So.
Any other questions of the applicant?
No.
Welcome to the beautiful city of Oldsmar.
Man, I've been driving through Oldsmar for 25 years, so I'm glad just to be a part. You guys are growing, and our family, we're thankful that we can be a part of Oldsmar.
I have a question, and I don't know if you can answer it, but we're glad that Sherwin Williams is coming to Oldsmar, and we're glad that you're providing them the property. Did they have any particular reason why, other than the fact that we're the greatest city in the world?
I think that was it.
Was that what they said?
Actually, I think that's what they said.
Yeah.
They wanted something between Tampa and 580. The closest store is down there, 580 and 19.
Just passed it today.
Right. So I think it'll be a great store for them. We're thankful. It's a relationship that we've had with Sherwin Williams for about 25 years. And we're thankful. This will be the first job that I've been able to do for Sherwin Williams that's like 5 minutes from my home. Most of them are up in Alabama, North Carolina, South Florida, the Carolinas, so it'd be nice to be working at home.
Rest assured that this particular location will finally make Sherwin Williams famous.
I'm counting on it.
Well, and we want to thank them and yourself for doing a great job with adhering to
You got a great staff. You got a great staff. We've been able to meet all of their requirements except for the crepe myrtles pretty easily, and we're looking for a good experience here. Right. Thank you very much.
Okay, anyone else in the audience want to speak for or against this application? If not, Marie, did you have any closing remarks you wanted to make? Sir, Mr. Tomlin, do you have any other closing remarks before the public hearing is closed? No, thank you. Okay, so
We'll talk about the crepe myrtles later.
So we'll go ahead and close the public hearing. At this time, I need a motion to approve this.
So moved.
Need a second. Motion and a second. Any discussion on it?
Looks great.
Looks great.
I'm excited.
Yeah, look
I use
forward to
Sherwin
it.
Williams paint all the time. Love it.
Good. If no other discussion, please call the roll.
Councilmember Beaverland?
Absolutely.
Councilmember Saraki?
Yes.
Councilmember McGee?
Yes.
Mayor Beavis?
Aye.
The site plan application for Sherwin Williams is approved with 4 votes for and 0 against.
Might be the quickest site plan we've ever approved.
I think so.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. The next item, consider approval of an amendment to the track operator agreement with USA BMX. The current agreement, the amendment is pretty straightforward. It extends the term of the agreement through December 31 of 2020. And the existing agreement was set to expire in 2018. If you have any questions or comments, I'd be happy to respond to those. I recommend approval of the amendment to the track operator agreement with USA BMX for the BMX track at Canal Park.
Any questions?
No.
If not, I need a motion.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Yes.
Passes 4-0. Thank you.
Thank you. Mayor and Council, item 14, approve agreement with USA BMX for the Supercross track. Well, as you will recall, I believe it was the last meeting, Council authorized advertising for bids for construction of the Supercross track. You're very familiar with the project. This new agreement is the conclusion or the follow-up to a memorandum of understanding that the Council approved back, I think that was in May. And it covers some of the responsibilities of both the city and USA BMX regarding the new Supercross track. And it states that we intend the parties will work together to promote use of the track and hopefully bring other major races to Oldsmar in the future. It states that this new Supercross track will be designated an official USA BMX training facility, and it also has a term of 5 years going through December 31 of 2020 to coincide with the track operators agreement. The other thing it does for the city from our standpoint is that USA BMX is committed to bring at least one major race here each year through the term of this agreement, and I would recommend its approval. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer
I have a comment.
Uh-huh.
I want to commendate the staff for bringing this type of an agreement to us, where the BMX, I'm sure, was going to follow through with it anyway, but we're putting a lot of 1.7 million in this thing. We want them here for a long time, and I think this contract will reach that goal. So congratulations on bringing this type of contract to us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions, comments? If not, need a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Yes.
Aye, passes 4-0, thank you.
That's all I have tonight.
That's
Thank
it,
you.
huh? City clerk.
Number 15, reschedule a field trip to the borrow pits. We had weather get in the way of the one that was scheduled for January 12th, and we have a few dates out there that's as our potentials. January 27th, February 2nd, February 4th, and I do recommend that we have a rain date.
Can I make a comment before you choose a date?
Sure.
14 years ago, no, 15, 16, 17 years ago, this was conceived, okay? It was conceived. Through a gestation period of 14 to 15 years, we finally gave birth to it. It's no longer a borrow pit. It is now a lake. The borrow pit is a pit where you're digging dirt in, or you're going to put, we gave birth to it now. So let's call it a lake and not a borrow pit anymore.
Lake Oldsmar.
Whatever. That's it.
Thank you. Anybody have any preference? I have, depending on, are we going to do it late afternoon again? Is that the
3
thought?
o'clock.
Meeting at 3 o'clock at City Hall.
I can't do it the 27th. I can do it either other day.
I can only do it the 2nd. Sorry to limit your options.
I can do it the 2nd
Out of
or the
those 3
4th.
dates.
I have something on the 4th, but it'll be done in the early afternoon. So the 2nd works, and then we can brag about it on Tuesday at the
Okay.
council meeting.
Fine with me.
2nd's fine, so yeah.
Great, thank you.
As long as you call me.
Anything else?
That's all I have.
City council, comments by council members. We're already to the end. I'm way off on my
That's because
time.
of your auction speed out there for Ray's award.
Councilman Beaverland.
Thank you. I got a bunch of stuff here. I went out on the lift station that we repaired, we redid. Y'all should have been there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had
Good call. I didn't know anything about
This is
it.
the lift station out on just west of where y'all live, at Harbor Palms. This is a lift station that was probably constructed somewhere after 1975 and 1979 for the new part of Harbor Palms out there. It's one of our early lift stations, and they were redoing the whole thing, and it's amazing to see what these things actually do. I think this one is about, what, 15 foot in the ground? And they're taking all the pumps out and everything and redoing the whole thing.
I'll just wait till the book comes out.
It's in the book, by the way. By the way, this is the book.
Oh, my gosh.
And they're,
I was kidding.
they called me today. It's almost ready to be printed. All I got to do is find the money now to print it. Anyway, it's just an education, because, and this is in the book, what people don't realize, and I think Lisa kind of laughed when I showed her this part of the book. When you go into the bathroom and you do whatever you're going to do, you push the little lever, you walk out, you don't even have you don't have a clue, nor do you care about.
I do.
What happens to it? Some of that poop travels over 2 miles through lift stations. It just doesn't just happen to go somewhere. It's there because this council, past council, all of staff has dedicated themselves to make all this work, engineer, till it finally gets up into the sewer plant. It's amazing what these lift stations do.
Oh, absolutely.
So y'all can go ahead and laugh at me whenever I bring one up, and I'm gonna tell you something. It takes your poop to the, okay.
Could be a new slogan.
Where is it in Harbor Palms? What street is it? At the
Better
end?
than your house.
I hope not.
So this one goes on Lime Tree, or Lime Tree.
Okay,
It's on
okay,
Lime
back
Tree.
there, okay.
Yeah.
I have one in my neighborhood too. I drive by it every day. And I think of you every time I drive by for a multitude of reasons.
That's right. Well, you used to engineer the things.
We'll rename them after your neighbor.
Well, you know how important they are.
I know how important they are.
Mayor does. The book's here. That's not done. And Linda, we do commiserate with you, and it is a hard time. You know, I've been through it a number of times, and it is a hard time. I want to know whether we discriminate against the ladies that work in this city. Is there one of these books in the ladies' restrooms?
What's it say? Oh, I saw that in ours.
The bathroom trivia quiz. This come out of the men's.
I saw that in there the other day.
Look at it.
No, I didn't pick it up and look at it.
Nobody has looked at this book.
Did you wash your hands after you picked it up?
So I think this
anybody's touched it except you.
I think this should go in all the restrooms. I thought that was kind of nifty.
You put it back, I hope.
Well, I haven't yet, but I probably will. I think Gabby and I are the worst at this. We're low-keyed with our voice. And I never watch these things on cable. You know, going through it one time's enough. I don't need to watch it again. But when they told us, when they emailed us, said they were going to change channels, I went on it to see. I couldn't hear me, and I definitely couldn't hear Gabby. You beller, so we hear you. You have a loud voice, which I wish I had, but I don't, so we need to lean over like this and talk.
Or you can move your mic over.
I told Loretta I need to bring the mic in.
Closer.
I forgot to do that today.
You know what? I never thought of that.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
But something with that channel too, because I record it, the volume is low. You have to actually turn the volume up for some reason to get to hear it.
It's processing on their end or our end, or I don't know.
I know it's happened before. We can check into it.
I'm
Just need to do the
soft-spoken
cable
sometimes.
Yeah, you are, and so am I, you know, to most of the time.
It's not an accident that we can't hear you.
You're actually muted. You just don't know.
That thing's not even turned
Your
on.
mic hasn't worked for several council meetings.
I'm not going to get to go to y'all's retreat this year because the city manager made sure that it was going to be scheduled after I left. That's just a joke, Bruce. So I got a couple of things that I just want to comment on, and I don't want anybody to take this in any way other than what I'm commenting on. Any business cannot be successful if you have low morale somewhere in your business. And I think it's very important that the employees of the city of Oldsmar has high morale. And that doesn't always work. I would suggest that the council or the city manager, when you go to your retreat, or somehow have classes on morale. The employees out here are not going to come running up to you and say, "We got low morale out here." They're afraid to. Get to know the employees, council. Get to know the employees out here. And I would just suggest that you have some kind of workshop or something to make sure that each department, the morale is high in that department. And if they're not, find out why. And I would like to ask the city manager, and I've always asked him this, so I'm not blindsiding anybody here. Could you, for the council, or at least for me, could you give me I'm going to call it the record, I don't know what else to call it, of the employee turnover in the street department?
Well, I don't have that off the top of my head, but yeah, we can figure that out.
Would you please? The employee turnover in the street department, I would appreciate that, thank you. And I have one more thing, Mayor, and I'm going to shut up. I hope. I brought this up to Bruce today, and I have brought it up before, but you need to really consider this seriously. It won't affect anybody except in a positive way. You won't drive anybody out of their houses. Douglas Avenue on the north side needs to be rezoned light industry or industrial. Now, all those houses, those townhouses over there, it won't drive anybody out of their home, but it will make their houses more valuable, and possibly they can sell it and make money, but it would benefit them, but it will benefit the city of Oldsmar on a tax-based relationship. It's out of place over there. It needs to be commercial. And I would suggest you that you seriously consider that at a workshop or somehow. Rezone it. Rezoning it does not mean everybody's going to be run out. But it could.
Hayes and Douglas? Or?
A little bit east of Hayes and Douglas, the townhomes that are right there, between that and Commerce.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Even Lorenzo's properties.
Yeah.
And I don't think Lorenzo would say a thing. He owns those 3 houses. I think he would go, why fight it? All it's going to do is make your property more valuable. Plus, it will help the city of Oldsmar in the long run. So I seriously
think it's definitely something to consider, for sure.
Implore you to look at that. You know, I won't be here and Mayor?
Yes, sir.
Thank you all for who you are.
You done?
So far.
Till somebody says something. Councilmember Saraki.
I have 2 things I'd like to share with the council. This Saturday, I invited some friends from Tampa, and we went on the bike trails. We went all the way up to Canal Park, and then we went all the way to Jack Willie's, and then we went all the way to the Veterans Park Organic Garden. My friends, they could not believe that Oldsmar was that big. It was a great, great day. This was a perfect weather, and I'm looking forward to Becky's March 21st bike ride. But anyways, I wanted to share, if you haven't been on that trail, get on your bike and go. And then last night, my wife Paula and I went to the Safety Harbor, Taste of Safety Harbor, which is sort of like the Oldsmar Cares event. It was great. It was a packed house, lots of food, and they had live music, and it was just a really nice event, and I'm looking forward to the Oldsmar Cares event in 3 weeks.
That'll be good.
And that's all. I just wanted to share that, and thank you for everything.
Thank you. Councilmember McGee.
On that note, so I will be unable to attend the gala this year, so I'm giving my tickets to my parents who usually attend with me, but I'll be out of the country on a business trip, so I just want to mention that. And then lastly, just my condolences to Linda. I've already talked with her a little bit today, but my mother's my best friend. I don't think how old you are never matters, losing your mother. So, just my condolences, and I know we all feel the same way, and that's all I have.
Thank you. I don't really have anything else except, again, our thoughts are with Linda, and we kind of exchanged emails back and forth, and as prepared as she probably thought she was, you're never really prepared for that, and she's got a long road ahead of her, and I know it's a mom and a dad, but the mom is the one that's always there for you. Whether you're right, wrong, or whatever it is, they're always there behind you. So we need to be there for Linda and her family, and hopefully everything goes well for them. So thoughts and prayers with them. I'm excited about the BMX track. I keep driving by there, and we're moving dirt. And I had posted it on Facebook, the picture, and it's amazing the comments that I've gotten from friends that are outside the area about how excited they are about this kind of a facility coming to Oldsmar. And then I look forward to hopefully at some point during the year, whether it's our workshop or not, is discussing again the rest of the park, the remainder of the park, and make sure that it's of the caliber that the whole entire city is, that we strive towards, not just the Canal Park, but the entire city. As evident by the Sherwin Williams, we take a lot of pride in all parts of the city, and I think we should do that as well with the ballpark. So, anything else, Bruce, Tom? Anything?
No.
No?
Nope. Thank you. Otherwise, I need a motion for the tentative agenda for the February 3rd meeting.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passes 4-0. Look at that.